Hey guys, what's up? Sean here. If you can hear a loud noise in the background, it's because I'm running my dishwasher, which I'm sure I've done that before on one of my videos. I don't remember which one, but I think it was one of my earlier videos when I first moved into this apartment. So anyway, about roughly almost an hour ago, I should say, about around 6:10, I just got home. I had just gotten home from seeing The Fate of the Furious, or Fast 8, Fast Furious 8, Furious 8, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's mainly called The Fate of the Furious, I guess. And so this is gonna be spoiler filled because since not all the Nerd Pack are Fast and Furious fans, we're not gonna do a spoiler filled chat on it. So I'm just gonna go spoiler filled. But let's do the whole hullabaloo dump and shit. Um, so The Fate of the Furious is a 2017 American action film directed by F. Gary Gray and written by Chris Morgan. It's the 8th installment in the franchise. Stars Vin Diesel, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez, uh, Tyrese Gibson, Chris Ludacris Bridges, Natalie Emmanuel, Kurt Russell, Scott Eastwood, Charlize Theron, and Helen Mirren. Fate of the Furious marks the first film since Tokyo Drift not to feature Paul Walker, who died in a car and vehicle crash on 2013 in the middle of production of Furious 7. So this movie came out today. It's in 2 hours and 16 minutes with a budget of $250 million, and so far it's made back $82.2 million. Okay, so the plot of this movie is basically, and also before I get into the plot, this video is going to be dedicated in memory of Paul Walker. And you can definitely feel his absence in this movie, which is sad. If I could turn back time, I would go back to November 30, 2013 and say, Paul, please don't get in this car. You will thank me later. Because you can definitely feel his absence in this movie, and that really sucks. Because he was such a vital, I don't want to say vital, but he was an important part of the franchise. He was in just about every movie that was ever made. And it really sucks that he's gone. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family, and all his friends, and all the family, and the Fast and Furious family who knew him. All my thoughts and prayers go out to them. I mean, yeah, the incident was 4 years ago, but still, humor me. But yeah, basically the plot. So, to get back to the movie, the plot of this movie is basically Dom and Letty are on their honeymoon. After in the last movie it was revealed that they were married, so they're on their honeymoon now, and Dom is tricked or seduced, if you will, to work for Charlize Theron. His character's name is Cypher. To do whatever, I guess. And so I know my hair's kind of weird. I need a haircut. But so he goes rogue and basically turns his back on family, essentially betraying his own code. And so the team now, along with Deckard Shaw, who was essentially the villain in the last movie, have to find a way to track Dom and stop Cypher from doing whatever it is she wants to do. So what do I think about this movie? Going in, I was a bit worried, thinking, okay, this is gonna be the Fast and Furious movie that breaks my back. How are you gonna convince me of Dom breaking his code being a good idea for a movie? I was thinking, okay, he's gotta be fucking brainwashed. There's no way Dom would literally do this. But he does it, and it's a very human reason why, to be honest. Because in this movie, Cypher, and I said spoilers, Cypher has somehow found Elena from the last 3 movies, and has kidnapped her and is basically holding her as well, holding her hostage, as well as her and Dom's baby. Yeah, Dom and Elena had a kid, and I heard that from from other people's reviews. Like, okay, she didn't show any signs of pregnancy in the sixth one. She didn't show any signs in the seventh one, but yet magically they're pulling a kid out of their ass. However, they make it plausible by saying that she was pregnant during the sixth movie, but decided not to tell Dom because of Letty's survival. Probably didn't want to add too much onto Dom, which I understand. So this kid is roughly 3 years old. Because if you think about it, think about it like this. In Fast and Furious 6, Jack was just Brian and Mia's baby, who are neither which in this movie. Neither Brian or Mia in this movie. Following their retirement from the last movie. But in Fast and Furious 6, Brian and Mia's baby Jack was basically a newborn baby. But yet in Furious 7, he's aged a little bit. So I'm going with 7 basically taking place roughly 2 years after. And this movie's probably at least a year after Furious 7. So we're looking at a 2 to 3 year gap between this and 6. So it's not out of the realm of possibility saying the kid, Dom and Lena's kid's roughly 2 to 3 years old. I know I'm trying to dissect a kid's age, but go with me on this. So basically the team, along with Deckard and Scott Eastwood's character, have to basically find Dom and prevent Cypher from doing whatever. And you can obviously tell they're trying to position Scott Eastwood to take Brian's place, which, good luck, you're gonna fail. I mean, I'd rather they just got Lucas Black to come back to this movie, but I can understand why he didn't, because he had a schedule conflict with his TV show, which I completely understand and respect that. It's the same reason why Jamie Alexander's not coming back for Thor Ragnarok, but she's busy with her show too, which sucks. I wish both those actors could appear in their respective movies, but that's fine. So yeah, I really enjoyed this movie despite my worries. I think my favorite parts of this movie are the scene where, towards the end of the movie, where Jason Statham and Luke Evans, who's out of his coma in this movie, Owen Shaw's out of his coma in this movie. They don't really explain how he's out of his coma, but I'll accept it because I thought bringing Luke Evans back was awesome. I mean, he doesn't have a big role in the movie. He's mainly 2 scenes, which, okay, I'm just glad he's in the fucking movie. Maybe they'll bring him back for the next 2 movies, because they do kind of try and redeem the Shaw brothers in this movie, which I thought was awesome. But I think my favorite scene in this movie is Deckard's interaction with the baby, because it's so funny seeing Statham interact with a baby. And this is the second movie I've seen him do that. The other one was Death Race, which I thought was an okay movie. Maybe I'll review it down the road. Not sure yet. But yeah, I thought Statham's interaction with the baby was funny. And even the scene where he puts music on the baby's head is fucking Alvin and the Chipmunks, which is so funny. In my opinion, this movie does something better than Spectre tried to do. It does very well, in my opinion, what I think Spectre tried to do, the Bond movie Spectre, where it tries to interconnect all the previous movies. This movie, I think, does it better. It doesn't try to connect all 8 movies, but at least the last few movies. Like the 4th one, 5th one, 6th one, 7th one. Primarily the 6th and 7th. Because in this movie, it's apparently established that the reason why in 6, Owen was trying to create a Nightshade device was because he was employed by Cypher to do it. So I can understand that. And also, Moses Chikande or something, Djimon Hounsou's character from the last movie. The reason why he wanted the God's Eye was because, again, Cypher employed him to do it. So it makes sense, you know. So I like that they tried to do that, and I thought it was it was very well done, very clever. Um, all the returning actors play their parts perfectly, like in the other movies. Um, I thought Charlize Theron was a good villain. She's cold. She's calculating. Well, I wouldn't say calculating. 'Cause I'm not sure what that is. But she's cold. She's fucking brutal as hell for having her sidekick, I guess you say her henchman, fucking blow Elena's head off. Yeah, I did say spoilers in this video. Elena dies. Um, let's see. Also, I thought that the way they tribute the character of Brian at the end, I thought was very well done by having Dom name his kid after Brian, because it mirrors real life. Because Vin actually did name his kid after Paul, so it does mirror real life, which I thought was very cool. Let's see, what else I want to talk about? Also, they have Helen Mirren in here in at least 2 scenes as the mother of Evans and Statham's mother. So I thought she was pretty cool in the movie. I would like her to come back. For her, she had 2 scenes in the movie, maybe 3, I think, 2 or 3 scenes. But yeah, I would like her to come back. Literally, I would. You know, I would actually love to see the Shaw family join the Toretto family, if you will. That would be really cool. Because now that Owen and Deckard have their redemption, you know, by helping Dom rescue his kid, now that they have their redemption, I would like to see them join the family. Because that would be really cool. Especially if they want to bring Charlize Theron's character back. The team's going to need all the backup they can get. Especially since Deckard and Owen have a vendetta against Cypher. He's apparently Cypher in Deckard has corrupted Owen, which, like I said earlier, explains what happened in the 6th movie. But yeah, I completely enjoyed this movie from start to finish, despite my issues, despite my worries with it. But yeah, I completely enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. It's a great addition to the franchise, despite the missing of Walker, which you can tell right away that this movie felt empty, if you will, because we didn't have Paul anymore, and that's a huge loss. Because they do mention Brian and Mia in the movie, saying that, because Rome's like, we should call Brian, he would know what to do. And then Letty's basically saying, we can't involve Brian and Mia. We promised that we would keep them out of the dangerous situations. So they do mention Brian and Mia in passing, which I thought was really cool. And I don't mean to hate on Jordana Brewster, because I really like her as an actress, but I think it's a good idea she's not in this movie, because it would feel odd having Mia but not have Brian. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of glad Jordana Brewster's not in this movie, because it doesn't make sense to have one without the other. And that's one of the reasons why I think Too Fast, Too Furious is a weaker film, in my opinion, because you cannot have one without the other. At least to me. See, I enjoy this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know where I would rank it in the franchise, to be honest. I don't. If I had to guess, probably I'd probably want to say 5th. I'd probably rank it 5th in the franchise for me, I think. But going from best to worst, it would be 6, 5, 7, 1, 8, 4, 2, 3. If I were to rank them. So 8 would be at the number 5 spot. So yeah, that's my review of Fate of the Furious. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before I go, if there was any negatives of the movie, it's that, like I said, you can definitely feel Walker's absence. Like when they made The Dark Knight Rises, you could feel Ledger's absence in that. Same here, you can definitely feel Walker's absence. I didn't think Scott Eastwood, or as Film Master Adam called him in his Texas Chainsaw review, fake ass handsome McGee. I love Film Master Adam, so funny. But yeah, I didn't think Eastwood. Like I said, they're trying to position him as a replacement for Brian. And dude, you got a lot to live up to. I'll say that much. He's gonna have a lot to live up to. I'll say that much. Another negative I would say is I kind of wish Luke Evans had more to do in this movie, because he's only there for basically two small scenes, which is basically just to help Deckard help Deckard save Dom's kid. And I kind of wish Evans had a bigger role in this movie, because I mean I kind of understand, because he was probably filming other movies at the time, such as Beauty and the Beast, and he's probably got 2 other movies coming out. So I can understand why he had the smaller role, but I just wish he had been in the movie more. And I also wish Lucas Black had been in this movie. I mean, I could take Lucas Black over Scott Eastwood. Not to say I hate Scott Eastwood, I just don't think he's a good match for this franchise, to be honest. And plus, at least if you're going to try and replace Brian with anybody, why not replace him with the kid from Tokyo Drift? Because he's at least established in this franchise. You don't have to spend the movie trying to build up his character. But yeah, those are my only real 2 negatives. That I wish Evans had more screen time, and that I wish Lucas Black had actually been in this movie. And that you could also feel the absence of Brian and the absence of Walker as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. Hope you guys can see this movie. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this movie down below if you've seen it. And catch you guys next time.